Today we got security breach. Small twist. Okay, let me explain. I was bored and looking around speedrun.com for something to do, and I found myself looking at the many security breach runs. But as I perused the catalogs, I noticed one in particular. The Nintendo Switch. Now everyone knows that Nintendo Switch ports of games are, not the best. And people have made videos on the Nintendo Switch version of Security Breach before, and it's also not pretty. But has anyone ever tried to speedrun it? Well, yes, obviously. 2 years ago. But the Nintendo Switch port is so buggy that there's gotta be so much you can do to get some crazy times out of bounds, right? What if I were to tell you that the Nintendo Switch version of Security Breach is one of the most stable versions of the game, and has patched out skips that are still able to be done in every other version of the game? I had to find out for myself, so I started up a stream and began trying to speedrun the Nintendo Switch version of Security Breach. Taking a look at the run on PC, even with all the patches they've rolled out for the game over the many years it's been out, it can still be completed in under 3 minutes. Using this new strategy to escape Freddy's room, which to be honest I am amazed was not found sooner, people were using the bowling ball, which only worked if you had the original launch patch save on your computer before just trying to jump over the wall, which led to a bunch of other nonsense. This new one kept things simple, and after you get over the wall, drop out of bounds to respawn back in Freddy's room, keeping the map deloaded, then run across to the stairs by the Freddy door once you're properly out of bounds again. There's an alternative version of this run where instead of getting to the stairs out of bounds, you go through the game normally up until first aid, jump onto the nearby railing, jump up again to get out of bounds, and drop back in behind Freddy, leaving him to Vanessa's wrath. Going back up the stairs will cause some wacky loading. Then you can leap up the railing and get back on track. After watching this, I went to try it on the PC, and even though this run is from the previous patch, it still works exactly as expected, and you can get out of bounds very easily. However, on the Switch, for some reason, there's an invisible wall on the railing here, preventing you from even starting to attempt the skip. Oh, did they get rid of this too? Did the latest patch, like, kill everything good and happy about the world? Oh my gosh, can you actually not go up here anymore? What did they do? Why did they patch this? It's such a weird thing to patch. I don't think anyone cared. I think that's just a giant invisible wall here. Yeah, okay, I don't think there's any way to get up here. Yeah, that is just like, that is a flat wall. Like on, wait, what about this side? Oh, so they patched that side, but not this side. There's a wall here too. Why? Do they just put boxes wherever they want to? What? Why is... If you try the Freddy's room skip, it is so much harder than it should be, and the chances of actually wedge jumping up to where you need to be is so freakishly low, it's not even worth trying. I'm not even getting a ledge. They might have patched this out, because I'm not even like hitting a ledge for even like a second. Like down there I could hear like the step, but this one I'm not hearing anything. Maybe it's further back? What wedge am I jumping into? I think it's this one right here with the balloon and the curtain, right? Okay, so they've shut down the start of the run. Unfortunate, but that only means you have to do the starting chase, the entry area, and the daycare, right? Then you're good. That's still gotta be like a 15-minute-ish run, right? If only the world was so kind. In the PC run, after getting to the Atrium out of bounds, you go trigger Mapbot, but you'll find Mapbot's just a little bit different, and instead of giving you a map, he, Using this deload, you can make it to the outer side of Phaser Blast, and with just a bit more running past the door, you'll drop right into the Vanny ending, and can complete some wedge jumps to finish. One really easy one, and one horrible, awful, terrible, devilish one. It sucks, but it's possible, as world records have shown, but I hate it so much.
David, what are you playing?
Scary Breach.
Trying to do a wedge jump right now.
This one sucks.
David, how high is that wall?
It's water.
It goes up to like, I think.
Oh my god!
It's not that high. You can clip in like up there.
Like
I'm
imagine.
about to auto click to this.
And then I saw astralspiff on the other side. I was like,
So strong. So strong.
oh my god, he actually got through.
So what about on Switch? Since you can't start the Atrium out of bounds, you gotta complete Daycare, get the level 1 security badge, and then trigger Mapbot normally. But we don't want his map. We want tacos. You're gonna run right past him, and he'll try to follow you, but get a bit stuck. Once you're upstairs, enter L chips and walk all the way to the start of the arcade, then turn around and go all the way back down. Mapbot will be despawned, but you're going to want to set up like you would normally if you went out of bounds previously, going more over to the right from the escalator and over to the side. Once you go to trigger Mapbot as you would in the PC version, you won't get jump scared by the void like usual. You'll get to meet a brand new face, Bubblegum Big Mac. We called him this because my brain is really slow, and I somehow managed to say Big Mac instead of Mapbot when doing this in stream. Crouch here, out. Pink Mapbot, Bubblegum Map Big Mac, Bubblegum Big Mac. And he also looks like Bubblegum, so Bubblegum Big Mac. So this part works. Awesome. This should lead to a wonderful 15-minute-ish run. Except one small problem. When you get to the final door to jump past, the bathroom instantly loads in. Okay, on PC this doesn't happen, so why does Switch have this issue? The PC does have this issue. If you reload the area or reload a checkpoint, the bathroom will show up to cut you off, and you can't just run past it. And because the Phaser Blast hallways are in the perfect place to block you off, you can't get down to the Vanny ending if the bathroom's loaded in. But since the Switch version forces the area to reload by you going up to L chips, this skip is now impossible to complete. All because they put that one invisible wall by the railing. Who knew how impactful that one change would be? Oh! Whoa! Where am I going now? My bad. What happened to that kill Freddy? Can Freddy save me? The funny thing is that if this was like real, if this was like an actual scenario, Freddy could easily save me. But because it's security breach, nah, I'm cooked. I'm stuck here for the rest of my life. I didn't know who any of you were. Yeah, no, that was, oh, there I go. Bye-bye. Okay. Wait, can we just do it here? Or he's falling? I think we're just falling. We're just falling. What? Where am I? This is 50-50 right now. Either we fell, oh. What? Oh, we fell out of bounds. I see. Come on. I'm bathroomed again. Maybe there's a chance. If we walk... So what, the door we're trying to get to is this one, right? So if we sneak in this way... Well, that sucks. Let me out. Let me out. Load your game! What? What? How did I spawn here? Wait, what if I... Whoa. Where am I? What? Okay, sure. All right, we're here now. That's cool. Okay, that double sucks. So how can we possibly finish the game now without just playing it normally? No one wants to do that. Well, we have the tried and true Freddy warp, which allows you to skip through major parts of the game just by summoning Freddy on the other side while climbing in. And even though it's a bit buggier on the Switch, with some very odd button press timing, it does work relatively consistently. That is until you get to the Afton gate, where everything breaks apart and Freddy Fazbear becomes the strongest and most powerful rage baiter seen in this century. Aside from Satoru Gojo, of course. If you try to Freddy warp through either the Monty gate or the Chica gate, especially the Chica gate, Freddy will just decide to spawn beside you instead, or sometimes in front of you. You can have the timing down perfect. You can actually find a lineup that Freddy consistently teleports behind the gate. But once you actually do the input to warp, he just does anything else. Was that it? Was that actually it? No, I don't think it was. That looks good. No, what? How do I get you through here, dog? All right, so okay, that does work. Okay, so get you over here. That's still bad. That's still bad. This stupid bear. So you're doing it farther from the gate. He really likes spying behind it. Oh wait, you might be onto something. Hold on. Wait, you might be actually onto something. What if we just bait him into wanting to spawn behind the gate? What if? So he's just standing right here. All right, Freddy. I'm gonna look away in just a second here. Oh my gosh, you're such a loser. Baron's rage baiting. You were just doing it! I am willing to bet money that if I do it now, he's gonna be behind the gate. Ready? Oh my gosh, we're done. Okay. One more. We got it. We're an hour into a 5-minute run, but it's okay. We got it. Here we go, last one. Why did he come from that way? That's not even where I was looking, or not looking, dude. Why did you... Okay. Why does the switch Freddy warp not work? Why? I'm gonna find you. Why do you? Freddy, I thought we were homies. Instead, we're enemies. We're so close. I don't think he can go through here anymore. Oh, no, he can. Wait. There's hope. He can. There's hope. We're gonna stand directly opposite to him. Look this way. I spent an unfathomable amount of time spamming Freddy warps, trying desperately to get into the Afton fight, and eventually my will began to fade, and a fellow runner by the name of Lalman LA popped in and gave me the best news I could ever ask for. There was a simpler skip I could do that required a 0 Freddy warping and just some basic jumps to get into the elevator. Run over to the rock to do the elevator, jump up, run along the fence, and go in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You know what I'm gonna say. Unless you're on the Switch, where they've added an invisible wall right by the rock to prevent the skip from being used. Not to mention it being perfectly shaped around the rock so that there is no way to try and sneak by or to wedge jump. And if you noticed in the original video sent to me, this skip was on 1.15 plus on the PlayStation, meaning other consoles have this skip available. It is just a Nintendo Switch that for whatever reason cannot do anything. The lengths that Steel Wool went to just to prevent the Switch from being speedrunnable is honestly commendable, and I cannot fathom why they put so much effort into it, because no one has this game on Switch. Why would you buy it on Switch? It's not a Nintendo game, and it runs way better on the PC. They just did this for fun. In summary, Security Breach is still a very fun game to run all these years later, but the Switch version, somehow, is the most stable version of the game, with the most fixes. Genuinely unbelievable. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe. Helps me out a ton, and when we hit 100k subscribers, I'm gonna be hosting the second speedrun tournament charity event. That's all for now, and I'll see you guys next time.